The hookless wheels situation strikes again with our very own friend here, Mr. Tadej Pogačar, on the Giro Grand Tour on stage 2, which he did go on to win, but he had himself here a little bit of an accident and a little bit of a spill or a crash. I really wasn't going to make this video because of the fact that I've been so passionate about my dislike towards hookless wheels. And you guys all know this. You guys can say that that I'm biased towards it. I don't like it. I'm a shop mechanic. I work at a shop. I deal with a lot of people's problems whenever they have issues. The majority of the time, whenever it's a tubeless wheel or the wrong configuration setup, maybe someone's running the wrong tire with that hookless setup, whatever the case may be, I just see a lot of wrong setups for the end consumer, which it doesn't seem to be safe. So in this situation, you guys all know how I feel about hookless. You guys can say I'm biased or whatever the situation is, but this situation is exactly what I try to go ahead and spread my message on time and time again. You have probably the face of cycling, him and MVP, Matthew Van Der Poel. These are two. This guy right here is one of the strongest riders out there. He's the most likable guy out there. Luckily, he's one of the most durable guys out there as well. But this guy is the face of cycling. And to have an incident like this where his tire blows off or falls off, he got a puncture. He's going down slow. He's going around a corner. And because he's riding a hookless wheels work off of pressure, off friction. They're working off the tire bead itself, and there's no hook on that rim itself. So when there's no more pressure to push that bead against there, and you go ahead and take a little corner, that's when that tire is going to delaminate. And God forbid something was to happen to this man. Let's say he took a spill. Anything can happen. He falls on his shoulder wrong. He breaks his collarbone. Whatever this case might be, and this man's out for the rest of the Giro. What a huge blow to cycling would be, and I think that the UCI would probably step in and go ahead and make that call to go ahead and maybe put a ban on hookless in general because they had that whole situation happen recently. But I'm going to show you guys a video in just a second what I'm talking about. But man, the guy he's super, super likable, but this is the whole situation. Everyone says, I run hookless for this long. I have no issues with what my hookless is, yada, yada, yada. This is not the case what I'm trying to push here. It's about safety for consumers. It's about safety for riders. Yeah, it can work. Your situation can work itself. But out of all the issues I have with tubeless setups and tire blow-offs and people just sitting in their house with their tubeless tire blowing off randomly, or people riding on hot asphalt and blowing off randomly, getting low tire pressure and blowing off randomly, it's usually a hookless rim. And there's a lot of pressure on the end consumer to go ahead and figure out the right tire configuration, the right tire pressure, the right tire width for their dedicated wheels. I mean, there should be a fail-safe on Zip or Envy to maybe put like a mini or a micro hook on these wheels. Some kind of situation here. But we can see in this video here, clear as day, that he is coming down to this corner right here. And as he's coming down, the tire pressure is low. So as it gets lower and lower, there's less pressure against the sidewalls, and then you'll see the fluid spill and the tire de-beads off there. Now, if there was a hook on that rim and you had a strong bead on that tire, probably 10 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, that's going to stay on there. Obviously, anything can happen in cycling, but that's what it's meant to do. When you have a bead on a tire and you have a hooked rim, it's meant to go ahead and attach to each other like so, and it's going to give you a more secure application. Let's check this out. Zooms in. Explodes, tire delaminates. Let's say he's going down a fast ascent, a mountaintop. You can see the tire delaminating right there. Again, like I said, it's lucky that wasn't let's just say a broken wrist or something like that. Could you imagine that caliber of rider who brings so many eyes to the sport taking an injury on that situation? It would be a huge downfall there. So it's a very small video, but I don't see there to be, like, these companies need to go ahead and figure something out. They keep on saying that it's cheaper to make for the end consumer, so you get a better price point. They say it's lighter to make, but that we don't see that reason at all. We're seeing clincher rims come out that are lighter than that situation. They say that it's more durable. We're seeing carbon fiber rims. I don't know how you gauge that, but we're seeing carbon fiber rims last just as long with clinchers and also hookless as well. And like I said, the cheaper for the end consumer is not the case at all. We're seeing rims nowadays with hooked on there, like the Revolve C38 wheels. They're $1,100. There's a ton of options out there with clincher rims on there. So, and everyone always says, my zips have been running fine. I've been running hookless forever. For this application for road wheels, the rim is too narrow. The tires are too lightweight. They're pushing for super lightweight grams, super lightweight bikes. The tires are not. It's such a headache of an application that I just feel like these companies like Envy and Zip should just be there. They really are pushing on consumers, and I don't like it. But because I'm the one who sees it more often than others, people always say, "Why don't you ever show examples?" I have a ton of emails, customers coming in, a ton of self-fixings on there as well. I'm not going to sit there when a customer brings in their problem with tubeless fluid all over their bike and maybe took a spill on the bike and say, "Oh, hold on, let me make a YouTube video about this." No, I try to fix a problem and get them back on the road. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Luckily, Mr. Pogačar went on to win that stage, and he is one of the most beast riders out there in the world. He looks like Ken right there. But again, and luckily he's durable as well. But yes, this was a very small spill, and obviously it was definitely downsized. But with the power of you guys reaching out to me on Instagram and telling me I should do a video on it, hopefully it spreads some more UCI looking into maybe possibly banning hookless wheels in the Grand Tours, which would then translate over to being sold to consumers a regular hooked wheel, because I do not see a need for it. Hookless wheels for mountain bikes, hookless wheels for gravel bikes, as long as a wider internal width, lower tire, lower volume on there as well, I think it'll be really, really good. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.